Hola, my name is Irene and welcome back to my channel. It's finally September, so the spooky season has finally arrived. I don't know where you are, but here in London, we are already in the fall. So autumn is here, it's chilly already. So yeah, I can't wait to start with this cozy season and start reading like different books, more atmospheric ones and so on. I thought that for today, I'm going to talk to you about the books that I'm planning to read during September and October. So during this fall season, I have a bit of everything, but yeah, coming to October, I would like to read more horror books. I realized that I haven't read many in my life, like these books that really make you scary. So I'm in the lookout for those. So you have any recommendations for me, please leave it here. I will really appreciate it. But yeah, I have a bit of everything. So a bit more cozy books and then yeah, more like spooky ones. So let's get into it. So the first book that I have, well, true, is hasn't related to it. The only scary thing about this book is the length, because this book is a mammoth. So this is Warhol by Hilary Mantel. This is a historical novel. So the story of this book is that I recently went through the New York Times list of the best books of the 21st century, and I realized that I only read like 6 or 7 of them. So I was like, okay, I need to start reading more of these books, especially of the ones that I already own. So yeah, that's why I decided to pick up this book. Also, last week I went to an exhibition about the six wives of Henry VIII, and this book was mentioned there. So it's like, okay, now I have to read it. I know there are 3 books, so this is the first one, and it tells the story about the Tudor family and so on. So I think it's going to be very interesting. I'm going to learn a lot. And especially now that I mean I live in London, it's important for me to know the story of this country. So yeah, very excited to read this. I have a couple of books that are, yeah, it falls more in the cozy reads. So I have Before Your Memory Fades and Before We Say Goodbye. So this is the third and the fourth book of the series of Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I already mentioned these books on the channel. I have read the first 2. So these books follows a cafe in Tokyo where you can travel to the past or to the future, but only while the coffee is warm. So you have to come back before the coffee gets cold. That's why is the name. Even though the stories are similar because the structure is the same, we follow some of the same characters, the ones that they work in the cafe, but also new ones that keep appearing in many of the books. So I don't know. I heard some people that say that it can get a bit repetitive, but it's true that these are like very comfort reads and they are like very emotional stories. So yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy them as well. I know now there is a feed book, so yeah, I have homework to do with these ones. So the next book that I have, in fact, is a classic. I'm not very like a classic person. I haven't read many classics in my life, but especially the English ones, I would like to start reading them. So I have here Wuthering Heights. This is the Spanish version. I have this book since, I don't know, 10 years, maybe more. It's a very old edition, but yeah, I never read this book. I know it's like a kind of a love story and that is very atmospheric because of the mountains, of the yeah, the winds and the fog and all of this. Like a fall reading, I will say. I have seen many people recommending this book for this time of the year, and also I'm planning a trip to the Cotswolds next month. So I think it's going to be like the perfect read to go to read during those days. So yeah, I'm hoping that I can film yeah, something while I'm there, and that would be very cool to read this book there and feel like I'm in a Bronte novel. So yeah, this is one of the classics that I'm planning to read. I have another one that is not, as far as I know, is not cozy or spooky, but I mean, it's a classic one as well. So this is Never Let Me Go, but Kazuo Ishiguro. So I also found this book in the New York Times list, and I know this one is a very famous one. So I was like, okay, now that I'm in my Japanese area, then I'm reading a lot of Japanese authors. I think I really need to pick up this. I don't know anything about this book. I only know that the main protagonist, Kathy, is 31, so my same age. So I will take that as a sign that I really need to read this book. So yeah, here we go. I have here as well a nonfiction book. I think that this one would be perfect for October and more getting more into Halloween. So this is Talking with Serial Killers. The people that know me, they know that I love true crime. So I can listen to many podcasts, watch a lot of documentaries. Like I can be talking about true crime all day, every day. I'm hoping to learn a lot with this book. This is by Christopher Berry D. So this is a guy that has been interviewing serial killers, talking with them, and yeah, taking notes about how they are and make us understand why they exist in the world and what are the reasons that a person can become a serial killer. So I hope it's going to be a very interesting read. What was more scary than reality, right? So yeah, this one would be a good one. I have, in fact, I have another classic. So yeah, I think this time of the year is perfect to pick up some classics. For my book club, we wanted to read something more spooky for Halloween and everything. So our book for October is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I don't know anything about this book. I know there is a movie, and I mean this book is like 100 years old, something like that. 1938. So yeah, it's a classic. I'm sure you have seen it around, but yeah, I don't know anything about the book. I don't want to know. I want to jump into it without knowing anything else. And I hope I'm going to enjoy it. And I hope it's very scary because I really want to be scared. So yeah, let's see. I'm very excited about this one, by the way. And I have another nonfiction book that I think is perfect for this time of year. This is the book of the witches. So this is as well the Spanish version. So this tells you like witchery cases in England and also North America. I love reading about like the history of witches and this part of history that is very important. I don't know many things about. The cool thing about this book is that the author, Catherine Howe, is descendant from three women that were accused of being witches and were accused in the Salem trials. I think is very intriguing that a descendant is writing this book. I hope, I mean, it's a nonfiction one, so it's pure history, but I hope that I'm going to learn a lot about this period. And yeah, I always love learning about witches. So yeah, and that's all for the physical books. Then, well, I have a couple more that I'm reading or I'm hoping to read. So right now I'm listening to Mexican Gothic on audiobook. I'm planning to read this book for a video that is a coming, so you will hear more about it. But yeah, I have started a couple of days ago. So far, I'm enjoying it. I get that this is a very atmospheric reading as well. I saw it recommended everywhere in this time of year. So it's my first read of this author, of Silvia Garcia Moreno, I think is or Moreno Garcia is the author name. But yeah, it's based in Mexico and follows rich girl that goes to a house to help her cousin, and the cousin has sent her a letter that says that the house that she lives in is haunted, and she's like haunted by ghosts, and she's very sick. So I don't know. I'm enjoying it so far. So let's see how it goes. So that's one of the ones that I'm reading right now. And then if I have time, I mean, as you can see, this is a very ambitious TBR for 2 months, but let's see how it goes. I would like to pick up book like close to Halloween that is by Shirley Jackson. So I haven't read, I have read a short story by this author. It was The Lottery. I really enjoyed that short story. As I said, it's short, but it's super creepy. So if you want to read it, please do. I really recommend it. So I would really want to read. They Always Live in the Castle. I know it's also like a classic one. If I have time, that's one that I'm planning to read as well. And well, that's it for today. This is a lot of books. So it was four, is 8 books and one really, really thick. So yeah, let's see how I get on with all of this. But yeah, please, if you have recommendations, for recommendations, scary recommendations, especially, leave it here. And I hope you enjoy this season, this time of the year. And I will see you very, very soon. Ciao!